What's up, guys? You know who it is. Marcus. I got another video for you. Listen, this lady died working 159 hours of overtime. Okay? They worked the lady to death, man. Come on, y'all. Listen. This one is very, very near and dear to my heart because I help people transition from working, full-time jobs to, running their own business or working their own business or starting their own business. I help people transition from this, okay? Now, the lady is from Japan, okay? And my dear sweet cousin sent me this email, right? And it brought me back to a memory. I used to work with a young lady, right? Back when I worked, man, I used to work 20-hour days, sometimes 22-hour days, right? Sometimes 24-hour days. Okay, so I know what it is to be to have to work overtime. You know what I'm saying? And I did it to make it. You know what I'm saying? I had to do that just to make it, because I had bills out the behind. I just went through a divorce, and I felt like that's what I had to do. I didn't have any knowledge of owning a business. I wasn't mentally developed for that just yet. Okay, so I was trying to survive. I was trying to take care of my children, trying to pay bills, trying not to go into debt, all this kind of stuff, right? So I've been there. Okay, I've clocked a 40 and 50, 60 plus hours of overtime a week. Okay, so I've been there. I know how it feels, and I know when. I also been on the other side of it when I've been forced to stay over. All right, because I used to work at a prison, and you can't work. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't leave unless your relief gets there. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of how it is in law enforcement. You can't leave until the next, your relief comes, right? So it's hard. You know what I'm saying? I understand it's hard, guys. I do. I understand it's hard, but there is a better way. Okay, there is a better way. Listen, I know everybody's scared of pyramid schemes, and I know they're afraid of getting scammed, and I know that. I understand that, okay? But these multi-level marketing opportunities, or these work-from-home opportunities, these networking direct sales opportunities are the fastest way to get you off of this 9-to-5 working 2 and 3 jobs cycle that you're on. Okay, let me just read this real quick. Okay, Japan's public broadcaster has revealed that one of its reporters died from overwork. What the hell? Really? They worked the woman to death. Okay, so NHK, I don't know what the hell it is, but they said the labor officials had concluded that the 31-year-old political reporter died from heart failure caused by spending long hours on the job. Why do a lot of us have high blood pressure? Why do a lot of us struggle with hypertension and other dis-ease in the body? Anyway, let me carry on. Japan, known for its salaryman culture and punishing work hours, has struggled for years to tackle the impact of overwork on employees' health. A government study published last year found that 1 in 5 workers is at risk of working themselves to death. Let me read on. Let me read on. Excessive hours are such a big problem that there's even a Japanese word for death by overwork. Karoshi. I mean, so you just gonna name the hey, this is a lot, guys. Okay. According to the news story published by NHK, whatever the hell that is, Miwa Sado had worked 159 hours of overtime in the month before her death. Let me read that again. Miwa Sado had worked 159 hours of overtime in the month before her death. Really? The circumstances of Sado's death in 2013 had not been made public until this week. Okay? NHK said it was taking the death of its employees very seriously. I bet they were. The broadcaster has pledged, wait a minute. The broadcaster has pledged to reform the way its reporters work. Let's see. The 2015 suicide of another Japanese worker had previously been linked to overwork. Japanese regulators found that she had been forced to work excessively long hours. Oh, this young lady is Matsuri Takahashi. Had previously been linked to. Yeah, I missed her name. Sorry about that. The 2015 suicide of another Japanese worker, Matsuri Takahashi, had previously been linked to overwork. Japanese regulators found that she had been forced to work excessively long hours at an advertising agency, clocking about 105 hours of overtime in the month leading up to her death. The extreme schedule resulted in her suicide, they ruled. Labor laws and citizens group have wait a minute. Labor laws. My wind is blowing and my darn paper flipping up. Labor laws and citizens groups have for decades pushed for changes to Japanese law to recognize karoshi and as a serious social issue. Their efforts resulted in a 2015 law that called for better working conditions but didn't force companies to act. Okay. Damn, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Damn. That's a lot to deal with. That's a lot to deal with, man. You know what I'm saying? To force you to have to work, that's a lot, man. I really, really hate that. I was that was a young lady that I worked with. I just wanted to share that with y'all. You can also see, you can read I guess it's some more. It's a full article. You can go to my Facebook page, Marcus J. Jackson, and you can read it on there too. But you know, maybe she needed to work. You know, maybe she was forced to work. Either way, you know, you don't want to be in a position where you are forced to work. You know, maybe she loved being a reporter, right? Maybe that was her passion, and she didn't care. You know what I'm saying? She didn't care about working overtime hours. But the thing is, what if she was in a position where she couldn't say no? And if she said no, she would get fired, right? You want to get to the point to where if it's, you know, if you get fired because you say, listen, I'm about to die, I can't work overtime. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't, listen, you have to be able to, you got to get to a point where you can set your own hours, guys. You know, and work if you choose to. You know what I'm saying? Work if you want to. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they forced this lady to work. You know, then the other lady committed suicide because she had to work too much. I mean, there's so many other issues that creates, you know, especially when you're working for somebody else. Okay, so now, this young lady that I used to work with, it was, oh man, she was awesome. Oh man, she was awesome. She was the most helpful, sweetest person that you would ever come across, right? And I would get off duty, and she worked at the local KFC, right? So I would go to the mall, and I would see her in the mall. She would be, she'd be one of the little ladies cleaning up the, emptying the trash, sweeping the floor, and all that kind of stuff, right? So I would see her. I'd be like, wow, and she would work at KFC. As soon as they open, KFC opens at about, 10 o'clock. Well, before that, they go in and start doing preparation and all that stuff, getting the ovens warm and all that kind of good stuff, right? So, and I talk to her on a regular basis, because we just made conversation. And man, so some days went on, and I used to tease her. We used to tease each other about working so much, right? And so it had been a day or two I hadn't seen her, and we usually talk every day. So I said, man, what is going on? I said, let me find out what happened to my lady. So I asked some of the other little workers, and I said, hey, where's my little lady that's usually here? She walks around cleaning up and everything. I said, she works at KFC, and they was like, oh. And I said, oh, what? The hell you mean? What do you mean? She passed. She died. The funeral was going to be Friday, and so on and so forth. I was like, what? I was like, what happened to her? I'm thinking the ultimate. I'm thinking the worst, and something just utterly bad happened to her, right? And I'm thinking the worst. But she was in her car, right? And it turns out she also cut grass. Okay, so she cuts grass on the weekend. So she works. She worked, Monday through Friday, Saturday and Sunday as well, for KFC and and she cleaned up at the mall. Well, she cut grass on the weekend, and she left a gas can. She had 2 or 3 gas cans in the back seat of the car, right? So she fell asleep, okay, in the drive. Somehow, I guess the gas spilled over. The gas spilled over, and the fumes, they say the fumes from the gas killed her. She somehow suffocated on that, and the fumes in the gas or whatever killed her, man. It killed her, and I was like, oh man. And I thought, and I thought just her working there was too much. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, man, I respect the hustle, guys. I do. I respect the grind to the utmost, because I was there. Okay, I was there. I promise you I was there. I wish that everybody, I don't know. Well, that hurt me. That hurt me. But I wish that everybody could see, just kind of see what's happening. And maybe that will help you get over your fear. Maybe that'll help you decide to do something different. Okay, maybe that'll help you. That's why I'm sharing the stories with you. And, sharing this, business aspects, business ideas that I give, and, fitness. That's why I share these fitness ideas that I give, because your health is your wealth, okay? And I'm passionate about this, guys, and I hate, that the lady, lady in Japan passed because she was working too much. But this is what I'm talking about. This is why you see the madness all over the internet about, different multi-level marketing, conglomerates. I'm affiliated with a lot of different companies, okay? And that's how I chose to do it. I chose to be affiliated with a lot of different companies, so that way I can pick and choose what it is that I want to work on. Now, some people, they shy away from that. They only want to stick to one thing, and yes, that has proven marketing tactics and proven marketing skills and proven success skills. But there's also been proven success from people doing multiple things, okay? So I don't, of course, I'm not going to discourage you from working at all. But in working a job, okay, have a plan, all right? Have a plan. And for those of you that just want to work for the rest of your life, that's fine. This video is not for you, okay? But if you want to do something different, okay, if 9 to 5 is temporary for you, okay, and you need help trying to figure that out, reach out to me, okay? Reach out to me. There is a better way. I will gladly help you, okay? We will definitely work something out, because if I would rather you find somebody to help you, okay? You can find coaches, business coaches, mentors. Google SCORE, okay? SCORE, SCORE. It's a business coaching platform. They will take you from point A to point B. If you don't want to, point A to from A to Z is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so if you don't trust anybody that you see on the internet, and you don't trust anybody that's in a multi-level marketing scam, okay, go to your local chamber of commerce, go to business, go do something other than working your life away. Okay, do something other than working your life away, guys. All right, so I don't want to see any more of these stories where people are freaking working themselves to death. All right, not when there's more options out here. There's more things that you could do. Who knows? Who knows? I don't know. Who knows what could have helped out? And it's hindsight being 2020, woulda, coulda, shoulda, all that kind of stuff. But had I been in the mind frame to help her, when she was here, had I been developed enough, or had I been worked on self a little more, I could have been in a position to help her. Maybe somebody could have got some business opportunity or work from home opportunity to the young lady in Japan. Maybe she passed it up. Who knows? Okay, woulda, coulda, shoulda. But listen, don't let that be you. Okay, don't let that be you. We don't want that to be you. All right. That's it, guys. Held y'all long enough. I can't promise you a lot, okay? I can't promise you that everything I say is gonna work, okay? But I can guarantee you, if you don't do something different, guys, nothing will ever change. Y'all take it easy and try not to do too much. Peace.